But someone in a state of perfect enlightenment, perfect happiness and perfect love, is he necessarily interested in other people? Must he have an interest in other people? No, he must not have, he can love them, but he must not have any interest in other people. Mostly, now I'll tell you one thing, I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you a very great secret. And probably now nobody will ever tell you again this secret. Now someone who is in a state of very true happiness, true enlightenment, there comes a point and you always think he has great interest in everybody in the world. Great interest in you as a person, you as a person, you as a person. No, it doesn't happen this way. He's in a state of very true, great happiness and great peace of mind. You know what happens? He loses interest in people. He loses interest. And why? Because he's so truly happy and he can't do anything anymore. To be interested in people, you have also to do a little bit of thinking. What does he or she strive for, and what kind of person is she? To a certain degree you have. Or when someone asks a question, you have to analyze the question to a certain degree to understand what he or she is asking, right? But he's in a state of such true happiness, he doesn't want to bother with it anymore. So he's not interested. I tell you one thing. No, you know this guy now who is up here? And you know the other one? Ramana Maharshi is over there now, you see. And people were asking many questions. Asking Ramana questions. And Ramana turned everything towards the question of who am I? Right? Everything. Right? It's always turned to who am I. And then people say he did this because he was a very wise man. And this is the only fundamental question. I tell you, he did it because he wasn't interested, because it makes it easier. It makes it easier for him. And he doesn't want to bother with what people are asking about. So he always asks, when someone asks a question, he asks, who is asking the question? And he doesn't have to bother with it. It makes it easy for him. So he can stay in this peaceful state of mind. Yes, that's the way it works. It's crazy, but that's the way it works.
So it sounds like there is no real satsang leader, satsang teacher.
No real.
I mean, they're just playing.
in a manner of speaking, on certain levels of consciousness, you can only do certain things. I'd say, like, take for example, Aurobindo. Aurobindo was a great freedom fighter, fighting for the independence of India. But he was fighting for independence of India in a state of unenlightened mind. And then he writes in his book that enlightenment came. And there was such a state of perfect peace, and I couldn't do it anymore. I could not deal with politics anymore. It was impossible for me. He couldn't do it anymore. Make sense? Yeah. Well, makes sense, huh?